Okay, Peter, you're on the hot seat. Spend some time with you and talk about Diversity Atlas. What is Diversity Atlas?
Well, Diversity Atlas is a data analytics platform that's able to provide comprehensive insights, not only into the extent and type of cultural, but a whole range of other demographic dimensions of diversity. So when organisations use it, quickly they get all these insights which allow them to really start to do an intersectional analysis for the first time, so they can understand where equity might be lying in an organisation, where it might not be lying. But then they can start to use this data for the first time because they can understand who they are. Because most organisations out there, they understand their customers to the point where they know what the customer's going to buy before the customer's worked out what they're going to buy. But do they understand who they are? And that's the question we wanted to answer with Diversity Atlas. Who are we?
Yeah, it's one of the first tools that I know I use as the leader of the team, because I really want to understand who our employees were all over the globe. And I found that the best way to capture that information was through Diversity Atlas, so thank you.
And what that needed was inclusive data sets to make that happen. So when you're filling out a survey, how often do you fill out a survey? And I know in my case, there would always be a box there called Other. And I was over this being otherized all the time. So how can we now start to give that visibility to that person? Because if you know who that person is, now you can develop through the self-ID process this, a strategy that can cater for everyone.
So it sounds like you just answered this question, but I'm going to go ahead and pose it to you. What was the inspiration behind creating this sort of diversity insights platform?
Well, there's a whole lot of reasons, and I suppose it fits back into the bigger vision of cultural infusion, which is to build a world that's culturally harmonious, and we do that through intercultural action, but to also understand culture a lot better. And we don't understand culture well enough, but we don't also understand diversity. And what we realised with diversity and cultural diversity, we realised it was poorly defined, analytically neglected, and it was in need of robust understanding. Because if you asked me what diversity meant, I would have given you a long explanation up until 2015. If you asked me what cultural diversity meant, I would have said the same thing. So we conducted more than 300 literature reviews to be able to try to define diversity and apply metrics to it and algorithms so we can start to measure diversity and then start to really define cultural diversity and disaggregate this into distinct pillars. Because if you can't do that, then how do you develop a strategy moving forward?